Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So today our agenda is going to be these four questions, guys. So I think you are clear up till yesterday's concept. So as I always keep saying, so if you have randomly reached this particular video, so I will highly recommend you guys to watch my previous video so that you will have a strong grip of the concepts whatever I am saying to you. Okay, so these questions are going to be agenda for today, guys. So this is going to really make you strong in this pattern programming part. So this is going to be the third question, and this particular question is going to be the fourth question. So the difficulty of the question ranges from somewhere between easy to medium. I have slightly leveled up the question. So since we have covered all the basic stuff, so in order to increase the standard of questions, so what I did was I took questions of easy to medium range. So these are the set of questions which I have taken for today. So let us start with the question then. So let us start with the first pattern. So this pattern is not similar to the yesterday's program. So yesterday's pattern, if you carefully see, means this is going to be our yesterday's question. If you, for your kind information, so this pattern is going to be the yesterday's question. This particular question is today's question. This is the new type of pattern you need to solve this particular pattern. I hope you are getting it. Okay guys, fine. So if you give n equal to 5, you should suppose to get this as a pattern. So first and foremost, what you will be doing over here, guys? Definitely, as I have already told you, what you will be doing? Definitely you will be numbering this particular pattern from 1 to the n number whatever they have given to us. So what I will be doing over here also I will be numbering this one properly. So let me number it first. So row numbers are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and column numbers are going to be of course same 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes. So this is, as I have already told you in previous question itself, this is somewhere similar to the square pattern itself. So if I take this whole part, what can I literally say, guys? Definitely this is nothing but a square. Am I right, guys? Yes, definitely yes. So if that is the case, I will do one thing over here, guys. I am going to split this pattern into two half. How I am going to split it? One part I am having only squares. What I am having? In one part I am having only squares. In the second part, what I am having, guys? In the second part I am having this stars. Let me show you, guys. Let me show you. So if you see in this pattern, so in this particular portion, we are having only spaces, guys. We are having only spaces. So in this particular portion, what we are having, in the second part, what we are having, in the greenish part, we are having only stars over here. So you should keep this particular point in your mind. So then arises the question, how can we get this pattern, sir? How literally is it possible to get this particular pattern? So for getting that particular pattern, what I have already told you in previous question itself, you need to generalize this particular thing. So what you need to do for generalizing this particular thing, let me show you, let me elaborately show you, let me just remove this. Yes, now it will be fine. Let me just show you the part where the spaces are printed. First of all, let me show you that particular part. So what is this part, guys? This part is nothing but, or else let me mark it over here itself. I think there will be no problem. So over here, which is nothing but 2 comma 1. In 2 comma 1 position, what I am having? I definitely have space. Similarly, what is this part? This is nothing but 3 comma 1. This is nothing but 4 comma 1. This is nothing but 5 comma 1. That is for sure. That is for sure. So what is this particular part, guys? This is nothing but 3 comma 2. Am I right, guys? What is this particular part? This is nothing but 4 comma 2. Again, what is this particular part? This is nothing but 5 comma 2. Similarly, what we are having over here? Over here also it's going to be 4 comma 3. Over here it's going to be 5 comma 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's going to be 5 comma 3. And finally it's going to be 5 comma 4. So for all these parts, what we are having, guys? We are having square printed over here. Am I right, guys? Yes, perfect. Perfect. That is for sure. That is for sure. So can I try to generalize this pattern? How will I try to generalize this, guys? How will I try to generalize it? That arises the question. Okay. If you carefully notice one thing over here, my space is getting started to print from after this particular one. See, I am having 1 over here. Then from this particular second index, what happens, guys? this space is getting started. Am I right, guys? For how many times this space is getting printed? Over here it's getting printed for only one time. Similarly, over here, how many times the space is getting printed? Over here, the space is getting printed for two times. So similarly, what happens over here? The number of spaces in each and every row increases considerably. Am I right, guys? For example, if we have one over here, I am having two over here. I am having three spaces over here. Similarly, I am having four spaces over here. So in that particular way, what happens? The spaces is getting increasing. It gets increased for each and every row. For example, if I have six over here, means definitely I'll be having five spaces. I hope you are getting it. Am I right, guys? So what we will be doing over here? How can we generalize it? How can we generalize it? So this one space is nothing but, so let me show you for n equal to 6 as well, so that you will get a better idea. So this is going to be for n equal to 6 case. So over here what happens? So again let me try to mark all its indexes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then over here also let me try to mark its indexes, so just nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So yeah, over here we should have one more thing, that is 6. Okay. So over here, if you carefully notice over here, guys, it is similar to this particular pattern only. From where the space is getting started? The space is getting started from this particular portion only. Let me mark it with yellow color. Yes. Similarly, over here, from where it is getting started? Over here, I am having only one space. So after this particular point, how many spaces I am having? Totally, I am having two spaces over here. Again, if I proceed further, means how many spaces I am having in this particular point? I am totally having three spaces over here. Similarly, if I again come to this particular pattern, how many spaces I am having? Totally I am having four spaces over here. Similarly, again if I come to this particular pattern, how many spaces I am having, guys? Totally I am having five spaces over here. So what happens? Each and every time the number of spaces getting increased. Okay, I hope you got the logic. So now how can we print only one space over here? How can we print it? Yes, it is possible. How can we print it is, I will simply do like till this 2 minus 1th position, I'll be printing the space. I hope you are getting it. Till 2 minus 1th, for example, what is 2 minus 1, guys? 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So if I get 1 means how many spaces I will be printing? I will be printing only one spaces over here. Similarly, if you look in this also, if I do 3 minus 1, what will be the answer? Definitely I will be getting 2 as the answer. So how many spaces I will be printing? Totally I will be printing 2 spaces. Similarly, same for 4 also. What is 4 minus 1, which is nothing but 3? So definitely I will be printing 3 spaces over here. I hope you are getting my point. Okay, so I'm going to generalize this particular thing, guys. So with this particular logic only, what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this particular program. Yes, clear, perfect, guys, perfect. So let us continue with the code. You will eventually understand it, guys. So this is our basic syntax. So I have written it already, so that these points and all, I think you know it. So instead of 5, let me have it as n, so that for any value it works properly, guys. So from where should I start space, guys? From where exactly should I start space? Definitely, what will I do over here, guys? What will be the condition? What will be the condition? Okay, so how will we generalize this particular condition, guys? So let me just try to rewind it. Let me just try to rewind to the previous question. Let's say if you want to print these many stars, let's say 1 star in one row, again 2 star in the second row, again 3 star in the third row, and 4 star in the fourth row. So in this particular case, what you will be doing over here, guys? So in previous question, what exactly we did? So we did simply one thing, that is, if j is less than or equal to I, if this is the condition, what we did, guys? Simply what we did? Simply we printed star over here. Else what we did? Else simply we printed spaces over here. So this is one of the condition. So if I try to run this particular pattern, if I try to run this, what exactly I will be getting? Just 1 second. I think I got some error. Failed due to following errors. Just 1 second. Yes, yeah, this should be commented, right? Yes, let me just comment it out. Yeah, now it should work properly, guys. So this is for the previous question. With this, with keeping this question as an example, I am trying to teach this particular question as well. So in this particular question, what is the condition, guys? What is the condition? So for each and every line, for example, if I am at the second row, I should suppose to get one spaces over here, which is nothing but 2 minus 1. What about the first row then? How many spaces we are going to have in the first row? In the first row, we will be having 1 minus 1, which is nothing but we will not have any spaces over there at all. I hope you are getting it. So how can we put this particular condition? So simple. What we will be doing over here, see, I have taken that question as an example so that you can easily understand it, so that you can easily relate it. So what can I do over here, guys? What can I do over here? Simply I will put I minus 1. Simply I will put I minus 1 over here. So why I have taken it as I minus 1? Because I do not want space to be printed in the first row. I want spaces to get started from the second row only. Then over here what we are having? Over here we are printing 2 spaces. Similarly over here we are printing 3 spaces. Similarly finally over here we are printing 4 spaces. So which is nothing but, as I have already told you, which is nothing but 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 4. Okay. So instead of putting star over here, what am I going to put over here, guys? I will put spaces over here. Similarly in the else part, what I am going to do? Instead of having a space, I will be putting star over here. Now if I try to run this, I should suppose to get the proper answer, guys. Yes. You can see this pattern. I am getting the proper pattern in this case. I think it should supposed to work for all the test cases. Similarly for n equal to 6, just one second. For this particular case as well, they should work properly. Yes, it does work properly. So if you want means I will also show you the code in Python as well. Just one second. So for what I'll be doing, it's going to be of same thing only. So it's going to start from it's going to start from 1. So let me have one extra variable called n over here. Let it be 5. So it will go till n plus 1. Okay. Then what I'll be doing? Then similarly I will be having one j range. So which will start from 1 and go till j plus 1. Then over here, what and all are the condition we need to take from over here? If j is less than or equal to n minus 1, sorry, I minus 1, what I need to do over here? I should simply print spaces over here. That's it. Okay. I should simply print spaces over here. Else, what I need to do over here? Else, simply I need to print star over here. I hope you are getting my point. Next, what should I supposed to do? Over here, since we need to move on to the next preceding lines. So what I did over here? So instead of putting slash n in C, unlike C, what I did over here? Simply I have put this print over here. So if I try to run this, I should supposed to get the proper answer. Just one second. What exactly is the error? Just one second. Let me fix it. Yeah, it should not be j plus 1. It should be, of course, n plus 1. Okay. So if I try to run this, just one second. J less than or equal to I minus 1 is everything is perfect. Yeah, over here I will be printing space, else I will be printing the star. Yeah, over here we need to have this n, right? Yeah. Now only it should work properly. Yes, perfect. Just one second. Yes, it does work properly, guys. Again, for n equal to 6 as well, it should work properly for this test case as well. Yes, it does work properly. I hope you are getting my point. Am I right, guys? Yes, perfect. So if you want to note down the code means, please pause this particular video and please make a note of this, guys. Okay. So we'll move on to the next question then. I hope you are clear with the concept. So we will move on to this particular question, guys. Again, this is going to be a simple question. Again, if you use little bit of your brain, you can easily solve this question as well. Not at all a difficulty. It's the easiest question. Okay, guys, fine. We will just start with this question as well. So this question also I am going to solve with the same technique only. I am going to split it into two halves. That is, I will have spaces as well as I will one part I will have spaces and another part is going to be stars. So first of all, what's going to be the thumb rule? I will be writing the numbers over here. Just one second. Let me make it different color so that you can understand it. So let me color it with different color. Yes, over here I will have yellow, and over here I will have some other color. Okay, let's say red color will be fine. Yes, then over here what I am going to have, over here I will be having all the indexes of this particular thing. Over here also of course I will be having indexes of this particular thing. So now what I am going to do, now I am going to split this into two half in such a way that one half we are having spaces and another half we are having only stars over here. I hope you are getting it. Next, what I will be doing, let me mark it with different colors. Let me make it as red. I think it's not possible. Let me mark it as, make it as blue, guys. Yes. Over here also let me make it as blue. Just 1 second. Yes. Let me make it as blue. So over here also let me make it as blue. Then finally over here also let me make it as blue. Yes, yes. So all the blue parts is gonna be of spaces, and all the star parts is gonna be, sorry, all the second parts are gonna be star. So this is nothing but our part one. This is nothing but our part two. So how I am gonna solve this particular question, guys? How I am gonna solve this particular question? So if you carefully notice one thing over here, if I have n value as 5, so how we are getting started from over here, guys? How it's getting started? See, over here we are having 5 minus 1, which is nothing but 4. It is starting from 4. That is, we are having 4 spaces over here. Then again what happens over here? Over here if you carefully notice, the space is getting reduced. From 4 it becomes 3. We are having 3 spaces over here. Similarly, if you look over here, how many spaces we are having? Of course, this is getting reduced. If I have 3 spaces over here, I am having only 2 spaces over here. Similarly, over here what happens? Similarly, over here I am having only 1 space. Am I right, guys? Yes, perfect. This is the one point that we should make a note of. So with this particular logic only, we are going to solve this particular question. Okay, this is perfect. Up till now, I think it's perfect. So how to generalize this, guys? How to generalize this? Everything is okay. Logic is clear. Everything is 100%. Up till now, it's 100%. Logic, everything is clear. But how to generalize it? Can you think of it? Can you kindly pause this video for 2 to 3 minutes and try to think of an approach? Try to generalize this particular thing so that it works for all the test cases. So I hope you have tried this question. So let us move on to the solution, guys. Let us move on to the solution. So in the first row, how many spaces I am getting? I am getting 4 spaces, which is nothing but this 5 minus 1. Am I right, guys? Which is nothing but 5 minus 1. If I am not wrong, means which is nothing but 5 minus 1. Totally, how many spaces I am getting? Totally, I am getting 4 spaces over here. Similarly, for the second row, over here, how many spaces we are getting? We are getting 3 spaces over here. Am I right, guys? So which is nothing but 5 minus 2, that is we are getting 3 spaces over here. Similarly for the third line, how many spaces we are getting over here? Totally how many spaces we are getting? Which is nothing but 5 minus 3, which is nothing but 5 minus 3, which is nothing but 2. Yes, perfect. Again, if I come over here, how many spaces I am getting? Only 1 space I am getting, which is nothing but 5 minus 4. Okay, perfect. This is also perfect. In the last row, how many spaces I am getting, guys? Which is nothing but 5 minus 5. I am totally getting 0 spaces over here. How many spaces I am getting? I am getting 0 spaces. That is, I am not getting any spaces at all. So if I try to generalize it, this I is nothing but these numbers are nothing but I values. Am I right, guys? This one is nothing but the value of I at the respective index. This 2 is nothing but the value of I at the respective row. This 3 is nothing but the value of I in the respective row. This 4 is nothing but the value of I in the respective row. Similarly, this 5 is nothing but the value of I in the respective row. So how can I generalize this case? Simply I can do one thing. Only one change I am going to make over there. So what will be that change? I am going to have this j. Of course, j is going to be there till j is less than or equal to n minus I. Instead of 1, what I am doing? I am putting I over here till j is less than or equal to n minus I. What I am going to do? I am simply going to print spaces over there. So what I need to put, what I need to add over here? Simply I'm going to add this n minus a. So if I have this particular condition, simply I'll be printing space, or else what I'll be doing? Or else I'll be printing star over here. So if I try to run this, simply what's going to happen? We are going to get the desired result. Similarly, for n equal to 5 also, you should supposed to get the proper answer for this case. Yes. So if I try to run this, definitely I'll be getting proper answer for this particular case as well. Yes, perfect. Similarly, if you want to code it in Python, again only one row of difference case. That's all. Not much of a difference at all. Simple logic. Only the logic comes into play. That's why I'm maintaining the flow. Even in our courses, perfect flow is going to be maintained. Okay. Each and everywhere. So what I will be doing over here? I will be having this n minus I. Okay. I will be having this n minus I. So if I try to run this, over here also I will be getting the proper pattern, guys. Yes, perfect. Similarly, for n equal to 5 also, I will be getting the proper pattern over here. Yes. I hope you are getting it. Easiest question, guys. Yes. So I hope you are clear with this question also. Let us now move on to the third question, guys. Let us now move on to the third question for today. So this is going to be our third question, guys. So if you carefully look into this particular question, so what will be the thumb rule, guys? What's going to be the thumb rule? The thumb rule is nothing, but first of all, what you need to do, as I have already told you, you should mark its row and column numbers. Just one second, you should mark its row and column numbers. Yeah. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these and all are gonna be rows and column numbers. Similarly, for n equal to 4, what you are gonna get? N equal to 4, you are gonna get this sort of pattern. Okay. For n equal to 4, you will be getting this sort of pattern. Similarly, over here also, you will be getting this sort of pattern. Then what I will be doing over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Over here, what we will be doing? 1, 2, 3, and 4. You will be getting this sort of pattern. Okay. So if you carefully notice one thing over here, can you notice something in this pattern, guys? Please, I would request you guys to pause this video for around 2 to 3 minutes and think of an approach, guys. Think of an approach. Please. I think by this stage you can solve questions. You can easily approach a question. Doesn't matter, guys. If you are wrong also, no problem at all. Please try this question. That's the only one request. So I hope you have tried this question. So I hope you have tried this question. Let us know more to the solution part, guys. Let us know more to the solution part. So from where it is exactly starting, guys. So for example, in this row, if you carefully see, means it is starting from 1. Over here, from where it is starting? Over here, it's starting from 2. Similarly, over here, from where it is starting? It is starting from 3. Similarly, over here, from where it is starting? It is starting from 4. Similarly, over here, from where it is starting? It's starting from 5. Am I right, guys? So which is nothing but? This 1 is nothing but what, guys? Which is nothing but 1. Similarly, this 2 is nothing but what? Which is nothing but the row number over here. Similarly, this 3 is nothing but the row number over here. Similarly, this 4 is nothing but the row number over here. Similarly, this 5 is nothing but it's going to be the row number over here. So what happens over here? It starts from the row number. How it exactly goes? It actually decrements. For example, if I have 2 over here, means it becomes 1. If I have 3 over here, means it's decrementing, guys. It becomes 3, 2, 1, 1. Similarly, if I have 4 over here, means it's becoming 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Similarly, if I have 5 over here, means it's becoming 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. So in that particular way, same pattern only, but slight variation in the question. That's it. So with the help of this row number, you can easily solve this particular question. That's it. That's the logic, guys. So I think I have shown you the logic. Please pause this video and try to code this, guys. Please. So I hope you have tried out this particular question. So let us now move on to the solution part, guys. Let us now move on to the solution part. So what we are going to do over here, guys? Simple thing, guys. Simple thing. So let me try to erase all these things. So let me try to erase it. So what I am going to do over here is I am going to have an external variable over here. So which is You can have any variable, guys. You can have any variable. So for this case, I am having some variable called res. Okay. So over here, till which particular point j should move. So if you carefully look over here, for the first row, how many elements are getting printed? Only one element is getting printed. Similarly, for the second row, how many elements is getting printed? Two elements are getting printed. Similarly, for the third row, how many elements are getting printed? Three elements are getting printed. Similarly, for the fourth row, how many elements are getting printed, guys? Four elements are getting printed. As similarly for the fifth row as well. So if that is the case, what exactly I should put over here? It should be till j is less than or equal to I. I hope you are getting it. Next, what else you should supposed to do over here? What else you should supposed to do over here? What's getting printed? Simply, I will print this res. Simply, I will print this res. Is this enough, guys? Definitely not. What we should do over here? You need to decrement this value of res. Am I right, guys? So in order for that value to get decremented, what I will be doing over here? Simply, I will be decrementing this particular part. Yes, res equal to res minus 1. Simply, it's going to get decremented. So if I try to run this, means if I try to run this, so what will happen over here, guys? Definitely, we are getting the desired pattern. Similarly, for n equal to 6 also, you should supposed to get the desired pattern, guys. Yes. Yes. Similarly, for n equal to 4 also, you should supposed to get the desired pattern. So it works for all the disk cases, guys. It actually works for all the disk cases. So for in Python, what you will be doing? Simple modification, guys. Not much of a difference at all. Simple modification. So till this j is less than or equal to I, what I will be doing? Simple. So I will have this res over here. I will have one res over here. So each and every time it will be initialized with this I. Then what will happen over here, guys? Print. I will be printing this res for sure. So then what I will be doing, since in order to print it on the same line, I will have like this. Then what else should I supposed to do? Then I need to decrement this res equal to res minus 1. That's really important. Okay. So if I try to run this, in this particular case also I should be getting the proper answer. So it actually works for all the disk cases. Similarly for n equal to 6 as well, it should work properly, guys. Yes. So I hope you have got this simple questions, guys. So if you understand the logic, means it's going to be a cakewalk for you. That's all I can say. Okay. Okay, guys. Fine. Let us now move on to the next question. So I think this will be the last question for our day. Okay. So this is the good question, guys. I won't say it's a difficult question, but it's really a good question. Worth it question, I would say. Okay. So how we can solve this question, guys? After seeing this pattern, please, if for n equal to 5, you will be getting this as an answer. For n equal to 5, you will be getting this as an answer. So after seeing this type of patterns, please don't go straight away to the actual part. Like what did I tell you in the last previous video? Simply, you will be putting this 1 2 3 4 5. It doesn't work, guys, for this question. Why I am saying that is because if I try to print patterns over here, I am getting 1 2 3 4 5. Similarly, if you look over here, in this particular case, if I try to mark all its indexes, what value I am getting, guys? For previous questions and all, what I got, for this particular pattern, how much I will be getting? Let me try to count it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. I will be getting something called 9, which is not even possible. Okay, so if I have 5 over here, means I should suppose to have 5 over here also. Okay, then for this particular question, we should think something new. That is, we should think little bit out of the box. Okay, so how we can solve this particular question, guys? If that is the case, how we can solve this particular question? So literally, if you notice one thing over here, for n equal to 5, for each and every row, what I am getting, each and every row, the star is getting printed properly. That's for sure. Over here also, the star is getting 5 star is getting printed. Over here also, the 5 star is getting printed. So similar to that, for how many rows is getting printed? For 5 rows, it's getting printed. That is as usual, no difference at all in this. Okay. But how can we solve this question? Okay. Okay, guys, fine. Let me just show you the approach. So what we will be doing over here is, we will be over here we are having 5 stars, guys. Over here we are having 5 star. So in the next row, what happens, guys? If you carefully notice, means what happens in the next row? The next row, the star is getting moved by one place. That is, the set of these 5 stars is getting moved to one position right hand side in this particular position. For example, if these stars are at this particular position, what happens over here? This step is empty, this space is empty. Am I right, guys? So where the star is getting moved, the entire set of these 5 stars is getting moved to this particular place. Because of that only we are getting star over here. Similarly, over here where the star is getting moved. In the previous case, we had our 5 stars over here. Now where star is getting moved, the star is getting moved to this particular part. So we are getting the pattern over here. Similarly, what happens over here, guys? Over here we had star over here. So in this case, where the star is moving, in this case the star has moved to this particular place. Similarly, over here what happens, guys? So we had our star over here in this particular column. So what happened? The star got moved to this particular place. So I hope you got it. So same is the case for n equal to 4 as well. So if I have n equal to 4, what's going to happen? Similarly, I will be having 4 star, that too for 4 number of rows. Am I right, guys? So what I'll be doing over here? Over here I had 4 stars over here. Over here I had 4 stars over here. Similarly, how many stars I will be having over here? 1 star. Sorry, all these set of stars is going to move one portions towards its right, that is it's going to move to this particular point. So what we will be getting over here, also we will be getting 4 stars over here. Similarly, over here also we will be getting 4 stars, that is moved to the right hand side of this particular thing. Am I right, guys? So same thing only, guys. This is the logic behind this question. So each and every time the set of 5 stars is getting moving towards right hand side. Okay, this is the logic behind it. Now how to generalize it? Now I would request you guys to please pause this video and try this question, guys, please. So I hope you guys have tried this question. So let us know more to the solution, guys. Let us know more to the solution. So if you carefully look over here, only the spaces are getting increased. Am I right, guys? Only the spaces are getting increased. For example, if I have one over here how many spaces I am having? Totally I am having 0 spaces over here. Over here how many spaces I am having? Totally I am having 2 spaces over here. Let me print the number of spaces. Over here I am having 0 spaces. Over here I am having 1 spaces. Then over here how many spaces I am having? I am having 2 spaces over there, which is 1 and 2. So totally I am having 2 spaces over there. Next, how many spaces I am having? Totally I am having 3 spaces over here. Then finally how many spaces I am having? Finally I am having 4 spaces over here. Am I right, guys? Yes, perfect. 100% perfect. Now, how can we solve this, guys? How can we solve it? The number of spaces is nothing but, can you notice one thing? Can you generalize this pattern to some extent? Yes, I can see one pattern over here. The number of spaces is nothing but, which is nothing but the row number minus 1. Am I right, guys? Over here also similarly, 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1, which is nothing but the number of spaces we are having in this particular pattern. Similarly, if you look over here, how many spaces I am having over here, guys? Which is nothing but 3 minus 1. Totally, I am having 2 spaces over here. Similarly, if you look over here, how many spaces I am having? Totally, I am having 4 minus 1, which is nothing but totally I am having 3 spaces over here. I hope you got this pattern. Okay. So I'm going to use this particular pattern in order to solve this particular question. Again, it's going to be of same code only, guys. No difference at all. Again, it's going to be of same code only. Only some slight modifications I'm going to do. That's it. So instead of this I, what we will have? It will go till n. Then what else we need over here? So since it moves according to the value of I. So what I will be doing? Till j is less than or equal to I minus 1. What exactly I'll be printing over here, guys? I'll be printing spaces over here. Okay. Yes. Else what I'll be printing? Else I'll be printing 5 stars over here. I think this doesn't work that much fine. Just 1 second, let me just check it. Just 1 second. So let me try to check it. Else let me print a star over here. Let me check this case. Let me check whether it works or not. So I am getting some weird answer. Okay. So I think in coding part I did some mistake, guys. So if you carefully notice this pattern, how many stars we are requiring? We are requiring 5 stars in each and every stage. The star is not at all getting decremented. Am I right, guys? Yes. Yes, the stars are not at all getting decremented. So if that is the case, what I will be doing over here is I will be running two separate for loops in that particular case. I will be running two separate for loops in that particular case. So what I will be doing over here, it will start from j equal to 1 and it will run till less than or equal to I minus 1. Then what I will be printing in this particular case, simply I will be printing space. That's it. Then after this for loop, how many stars do I need, guys? In each and every row, exactly I need 5 stars in each and every row. Am I right, guys? So for that, what will be the looping part? So from where it will start? Generally, it will start from I equal to 1 and it will go till j less than or equal to n, and this, of course, this j will get incremented. So over here, what we are going to do? We are going to put the star over here. Now if I try to run this, I think I will be getting the proper answer. Yes. Yes. I am getting the proper answer in this case. Similarly, for n equal to 5 as well, it should work perfectly, guys. Yes. Similarly, for n equal to 5 as well, yes, it does work properly. Yes. Perfect. I hope you got my logic, guys. Yes. So similarly, if I try to code this in Python, so what I will be having over here, similarly, I will have this n plus one only. So what extra I need to do? I need to have two for loops over here. So which will start from, of course, from I equal to 1 and which will range from I plus 1. Okay. So which will range from I plus 1. Just one second. Not exactly I plus 1, or else let me do one thing, n plus 1 itself, or else let me put one condition over here, that will be fine in case of Python, till j is less than or equal to I minus 1. In this case, what I'll be printing, in this case, simply what I'll be printing, in this case I will be printing spaces over here. Am I right, guys? Simply I'll be printing space over here, then I will have this end. Next, what I'll be doing, guys, next another for loop I'll be calling. So this is going to start from, let's say, 1 to n plus 1. Sorry, just one second. Yes, it's perfect only. So what I'll be printing in this particular case, simply I'll be printing the star. That's it. Definitely I will have this n. So this print is for the next line. So if I try to run this particular pattern, I should suppose to get the proper answer, please. Let me try to run it. Yes. For this case as well, I am getting the proper answer. Similarly, for all the test cases, it should work properly, guys. Similarly, for all the test cases, it should work properly. Yes, it does work properly for all the test cases. Now, let me try to summarize this question. Slightly tricky question. So, what exactly I did over here is, guys. So, see, in each and every line, the number of spaces is getting incremented. Okay. For example, if I have if I have two means, if I have the row number as 2 means, I am getting one spaces over here. Similarly, if I have row number as 3 means I am getting 2 spaces over here. Similarly, if I have row number as 4 means I am getting 3 spaces over here. Similarly, if I have row number as 5 means totally I am getting 4 spaces over here. But the star is not getting decremented for each and every row or column. It's not getting decremented or incremented. The only thing is it remains constant throughout this particular pattern. It doesn't change at all. Okay, so for that particular purpose only, what I did, so I printed this space separately and I printed this star separately. So for that case only I am doing all these things. Is that clear, guys? So I hope you are clear with the concepts. So I think you can practice more and more questions, guys. You can probably Google search some of the questions, or imaginarily you can think of some patterns, and you can code it out, guys. It's gonna be not a difficult task at all for you guys. I think by now you should be thorough. Definitely we are having some more videos on this pattern programming, but by this stage I think you should supposed to feel comfortable, guys, with this pattern programming. Okay. So I hope you got this particular video. I hope you have grasped all the concepts whatever I have taught you in this particular video. So thank you very much, guys. I will see you in the next video. And one small, one small information. We are going to take placement live classes, which is going to start from March 14th, 2022. So it is the placement guarantee course handling by me, as well as aptitude is handled by Mr. Hemchandar sir. So it is the placement guarantee course, guys. So if you are taking this course, definitely we guarantee you that you are going to get placed in a very big tech giant. Okay. So if you want any information regarding that particular course, please contact our sir, as I have told, Mr. Hemchandar sir. So definitely that course is going to be, it's going to be massive, guys. Many students have attended those courses. Feedbacks were really awesome. So if you want, means you can contact our sir, guys. Okay. So with that said, we will wind up this particular video. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.